Today the market has taken another dip to restock, refuel this moon bullshit. My dreams may be futile, oh, this you say.
And people can hear us, and now they should be able to see us. Welcome to the show today. I'm very happy to have you guys on. You are reoccurring faces in the wax and the NFT ecosystem. So how are you doing today? We just had a small chat before we went live, and all three of us are very excited about life in general right now, so that's very fun. I don't think they can hear you right now. I think I have to, yeah, I think I have some kind of error here. Let's see if try now.
Testing.
Yes,
One,
now
two,
they can hear you. I had a setting error. Yeah, sorry.
Right. Yeah, no, it's interesting time because I feels like we've entered this like accelerated phase of life. I know Corey's feeling it. I'm feeling it. You're feeling it. I'm wondering how many other people are in this like accelerated growth phase. Like just so much is happening right now. Like, you know, you're making deals, you're making connections, you're creating here. It's like you got 16 different flavors in front of you, and you're trying to figure it out, make sense. And it's interesting because it should be like completely overwhelming, but it's not quite, right? It's like almost there. It's like, but it's still manageable for some crazy reason. You defined this pretty well in a phone call a couple of days ago, Corey, about kind of, you feel like you're kind of like falling into place, like you're evolving in real time and
yeah, it's an interesting feeling. I was talking to Greg actually about something that just happened in Center City, which is deeply fascinating and like a whole, you know, it's just news after news after news after news after news right now, right? And so I dropped this news, you know, to Greg kind of offhandedly. Of course, Greg was there when it was just me and him fucking around in Minecraft, like what can we do with this place? I don't know, right? Like we're just kind of thinking about stuff, and I wanted to tell him I don't feel numb. But there's so many amazing things going on now that I'm just sort of letting them fall into place. And Blue, I actually have to talk to you about something off air about this that is not for public consumption yet.
Is it because it's a adult conversation, or
it's
I'm not fishing
it's drug related. Let me put it that way. But ceremonial drug related. And you know, not for kids or people.
YouTube and Twitch.
It's a right. Well, right. Yeah. Well, it's a whole thing. We shouldn't get into it. But part of that experience is surrender. And I'm now wondering in real time if I would be able to, you know, as I was saying, you know, evolve with this sort of exponential wave in real time if I hadn't experienced that. And I'm just sort of fascinating myself while we're having this conversation, because really, like, I've had news in the last 5 days that is bigger than any news I've had in my entire life. And it's happened like a dozen times now, right? It's just every couple hours, something else happens and we're like, well, okay, right? Like I got off the biggest phone call of my entire life and got off to race to M Blue to tell him about it. And he gave me news that was fucking bigger. And it's just like, I just started laughing for like a half an hour. I couldn't even process it. And so, but I, you know, 20 hours a day, basically at the end of the day, I'm like, okay. And then, you know, I'd pass out and, you know, it gets overwhelming sometimes. And in those times, I actually go to the cathedral and set it up for a sunrise, take a couple breaths, throw gratitude up.
So you built yourself a room for meditation.
Yeah. We built it for all of us.
And for anyone wondering, what is that? What did you just describe?
So the cathedral sits at the center. It's the thing behind me. It's this thing over here. It sits at the center of the Uplift, which is the metaverse we're creating that will, you know, start with you know, basically wax-based land key, you know, NFT ownership and you know, wax rewards. I think we're
basically Ready Player One version 1.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that more all the time, right?
Yeah.
So people are starting to understand what metaverses are. They're starting to understand what NFTs are. I believe that we have cracked the code to make that the most efficient gamified experience, that is currently possible with kind of off the shelf technology, right? So yeah, version one, Ready Player One is makes a lot of sense to me. And so, this cathedral back here is how we're expressing that we want this metaverse to have at its core as a principle for our community and for our tribe, the idea of gratitude, but not just gratitude in practice, right? And gratitude that sort of, that gratitude practice that starts to encode our history as a community into it. Because you can go there now, or when you get some Railkey NFTs on Saturday and we start letting people in a weekish or whatever, however long that's going to take, right? You'll be able to go there. This will be the first place that you show up, and you'll be able to walk around. And I encourage people to do this. You'll be able to walk around and read people's gratitudes. And I mean, I can't do it without tearing up now, because these are my family and friends, and like new family and new friends. And, we sort of share, this sunrise moment every Sunday. And of course, anybody's welcome to do that as well, even on YouTube. And so it has like a really kind of profound meaning for me personally now, which is why, it's kind of where I go, like that. It's sort of reconnecting with the big why of the place, right? Like, we're creating Ready Player One. It's going to be insanely massive. Everyone's super excited about it. Yay. But at its center, we're going to start practicing and encoding into our community and into our tribe this superpower that is gratitude. And so that's what that is.
Yeah, and that's beautiful, because everything about the world, you are trying to build a culture that is grateful towards everything and everyone in a very nice way. And I mean, you are used to the gaming world. I am used to the gaming world. But Michael, how used are you to the gaming world and Minecraft? And how did you respond to this idea from the start?
I loved it. I was a big gamer when I was a kid, with the Ataris and the Commodore 64s and, all that stuff. So I'm old school.
So the graphics is the same.
Then I got into chicks and music, and that was my new game. I'm, what I love about it, because I'm a, musician, producer, artist. I love how creative it is, right? And, it gives people this free license to be creative when they may not be creative in any other aspect of their life, or at least they never consider themselves creative. They would never call themselves an artist. They would never, they don't, but they get it going here. And what they would say, I'm just a everyday kind of guy. I'm just a normal person, but they're creating this exceptional work, right? Where it's just, I look at it and it's just stunning. So I love how creative it is. And I love how people are, creating around this core, like Corey said, superpower of gratitude. And we're seeing that, and I am confident that all the success that we're seeing is because it is centered on gratitude, and it is born from gratitude. And we're getting, there's been a lot of scientific studies on prayer, right? And I think it's more science than actual woo-woo. I think it's, I firmly believe that everything is vibration. Science, you look at the tiniest molecule, everything's vibrating, right? It's frequency. And I think when you get enough people on the same kind of intention, the same frequency zone, it just shifts things, right? It moves things in that direction. And we're seeing that in real time in the uplift. And it's not religious. It's just gratitude. That's the religion. If you want to put a religion, it's just being grateful. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful to be able to breathe today because, last week I had a chest flu and, I couldn't breathe. I can breathe. I'm grateful for my son. I'm grateful for it's sunny today. It was raining. And so just anything that you can attach yourself to and be grateful for, it puts you in that frequency zone of gratitude, right? Which is a superpower, especially when you get a community of people vibrating at that frequency. So, it's just an astounding place. I love what's going on there, and it's amazing what's being built.
Yeah, and like what you say about it's not about religion. It's I guess it's spirituality, but spirituality doesn't have to do anything with religion, which is something that I started to understand when I started doing yoga and I started doing meditation, and I started doing that. I think it's 8 years ago, probably more. I started to lose track of time there. Before I thought spirituality and religion was the same thing pretty much, and it's not. Religion is just a way to perform the same spiritual ceremonies or guidelines or whatever in the same way. At least that's how I see it. And I think it's great that we share things in a positive way for everyone. And that's like, okay, so we're doing this, we're trying to build a community that want to be grateful, they want to show appreciation towards other people, towards everything. And you're doing it in a crazy fun way in a video game with this new technology, blockchain and NFTs.
Also, and also what's great is that, it's centered around gratitude. It's also centered around a win-win-win, right? Now that we can attach and use blockchain, the Wax blockchain with Minecraft, and we can do innovative, fun things that haven't been done before. And I scratched my head like, this is such a good idea. Minecraft was made for this, what we're doing. And we're the first ones doing it. And I really believe I understand why is one, everybody with their eyes on Ethereum, right? Yep. You can't do what we're doing in Minecraft with Ethereum. You needed the Wax blockchain to do what we're doing. And so since it was the sleeper that fortunately we had our eyes on from the beginning, it just made sense to use this, instant free blockchain experience with this cool technology called NFTs and atomic standard, blah, 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 plug it in and boom, you can do all this miracle stuff that you can't do with any other chain out there. Unless it's EOSIO in the manner that we're doing it. So, so that's a huge gift to have had that foresight and the ability to connect, 126 million user-based Minecraft with blockchain. And from what we're hearing, we're working with some of the top developers in this space that are just going, holy shit, this community has been waiting for this. Even though they didn't know they were waiting for it, they were waiting for this. This is going to be the biggest Minecraft server in history. And we've heard that multiple times.
Dude, it wasn't from us. Like the first, and Ben, who's we drafted him like on the spot. He's working with us now. He just, he's finishing upgrading our servers, which we didn't even know we needed. And then he started inviting some of his Minecraft friends over. We're like, oh shit, we need it right now. Which is honestly why the delay, right? Like we needed to harden our stuff. So, and he's the one who said, like flat out, he's worked in Minecraft servers for a long time, knows the guys from Hypixel, which had the largest Minecraft server on the face of the earth, knows the guys from Hermitcraft, which made Greg all like a Twitter because he loves those guys, right? Like the biggest people in Twitch streaming, has already talked to a couple of YouTubers with 12 million subscribers. Like this is a big, big, big community, right? And he took one look at this and just like, this is going to work. You guys are going to have the largest server on the planet. And like maybe this year. And we're like, oh shit. And like we knew we were onto something, right? Because like the people that know what Decentraland is or know, have messed around with anyone who understands even Alien Worlds, right? Takes a look at all the game mechanics and all the land sort of NFTs, that area minded type thing, and has seen how all that worked and looked at Decentraland and looked at all these other things. And they took a look at this and like, you could do all the things that they're doing and a lot of stuff that they can't, right? And so we knew that it was going to be good, and we were like, I still joke about this now, like we weren't going to talk to the Minecraft people until after this bull run because they don't give a shit about the bull run. They don't even know what's happening, right? So fine, we'll let that languish for a little bit, and we'll just build with our own community. It's obviously like we're going to do really well with that anyway. It's really fun, blah blah blah. Ben shows up and just nuked it. Just nuked that shit right in the face because he went and talked to like a few people about it and they were blown away. And so now, we're just having to buckle up because that's not even the best news we got this week.
Yeah. And this is all crazy because this is personally, you said that we have been waiting for it, the Wax community. And this is what I really wanted Alien Worlds to build out from the start. And you came in and you built this in an awesome way. which I am very excited about because you keep inviting people to contribute in many different ways, like adding value to the server, to the ecosystem. You really do well with this community building on the server, which is beautiful, and it hasn't even launched. It's just the community teams of, well, I don't know what I should say. It's not the Wax community, it's not the EOS.io community only
Where we
anymore.
started, but it's basically like anybody that sort of came into our orbit, and obviously the NFT space and the Wax space and a few from sort of EOS.io generally, and like maybe a couple outside of that, but not really. Like it's just been the ecosystem that's kind of grown up around the media stuff that I've done, and really the show that Jimmy and I have, and obviously Blue and Uplift Art.
Yeah. So, Michael, have you built anything in Minecraft yet?
Well, I can say that there's things, I can't say too much yet, but soon. But we do have a commercial district being mapped out. Wink. We have Music City being mapped out. Wink. And we have the financial district being mapped out. Wink. So,
Andrew, did you see the picture of the latest gratitude monument that I sent you?
Yeah, I did.
Do you want to read those 2 gratitudes off? I mean, they're in there for anyone to see.
So yeah, they are public, but not fully. Let me pull it out. I will also. You can keep talking. I will put it out so people can see it at the same time.
All right.
Yeah. So there's one thing. I haven't personally built anything in Minecraft yet, because I'm not like you don't want me to yet, but I'm gonna get there. But there's been something very special built in my name, which I'm very touched about. It's called the Blue Room.
Yeah.
And yeah, it makes the Louvre look silly.
Goal achieved.
And that was spearheaded by my buddy Corey Cottrell, who put a lot of sweat equity and vision into that. And yeah, it's just remarkable. It's in the middle of the ocean, and it's just amazing. It's just floating paradise with trees and gardens and pyramids and art and
I've wanted to start work on the inside of it because I know what's going to happen now on the inside of it. Because right now it's just like a big, huge hall, and there's like a giant, Minecraft version of an Blue NFT. But now that we can put pictures in the game, it's just a totally different freaking game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hollow that whole thing out, and the entire thing is gonna be a spiral glass staircase surrounding a column that has all of your NFTs on it. And then we'll have some stuff on the outside, like Jen's. The Upliftian Banksy is gonna have a whole wall.
So Corey, just to clarify, the one you want me to show is the one with just 2 signs on, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just some new friends of ours. We're not announcing anything.
So let's pull this out here, and I think everyone can see it even in this window.
Yep, just a couple buddies.
So what are these gratitude things? I know what they are because I follow everything you do. But what is this?
So when on Sundays, we do this ceremony. It's at 11 Eastern Standard Time. You can show up on YouTube on the Uplifters YouTube channel. Or if you're in the game, and when you are in the game, you can actually come and do this in person in the game, which I highly recommend when you're there. And during like a night cycle, and then I think it's like 10 minutes the night and day cycle. So during the night cycle, we all put something that we're grateful for up on these walls, up on the monuments, and these monuments are permanent, right? So they're gonna exist as monuments to this moment in time and the gratitudes that existed for our community at that moment. And then we share a moment of silence while the sun comes up, and a few of us say a few words, and then there's a big snowball fight for reasons that are still unknown. So we do that every Sunday, right? And what Jimmy and I have been doing, and what I have been doing basically every show where I can. We can't, I don't think right now, because the server is getting bootstrapped every 10 minutes, but we put a gratitude up on the wall for the people that we come in contact with, right? So when Blue and I show anyone this space, that's kind of the first thing that we do, right? So we want to kind of set the tone. And so, we, Blue actually met Yoshi Kondo from Atlantic Records. And honestly, I just met him today. He's awesome, like genuinely good. And he said, "I'm grateful for Uplift." And it was actually one of the Boyd guys introduced me to Joaquim Godet from 01 Capital. And I asked him today, and he said, "I'm grateful for this community and the ideas that we're tossing around for the kinds of ways that we can do meaningful collaborations with groups like this is insane." It's insane.
Yeah.
And you know what? And Blue, I wanted to talk to you about this anyway, so I'll just do it now. We're on the internet tubes. It's been a surprising 72 hours, right? Like kind of like a shocking 72 hours. It's that moment where, okay, like there's one thing for it to be getting real. It's getting like really, really, really real. And more and more I'm looking at it and going, man, it makes all the sense in the world that the people who are really interested and excited about this are interested and excited about this. It does make sense, right? The fact that like, I'm caught up in the middle of it, that's bonkers. But it really does make sense. Like we've heard it from a bunch of people there. This thing is something that it's just a thing that's time has come. And so here we all are, and we'll build it.
And we actually have a question that we need to, I think we should respond to. What is a Genesis NFT? Kumbaya said that he has bought more of them to support everything. Just for listening to you. So what are the Genesis NFTs?
You want to take that, Corey?
Yeah, I can. So every player in in the Uplift is going to be earning wax just for wandering around, right? It's not going to be a whole lot, but it's like a little wax reward is going to be going into your wax wallet just for exploring, right? And when like if you own a rail key NFT or like a land key NFT, if somebody wanders across your land and the rail key NFTs, I mean, the general consensus is they're going to be pretty high traffic because we're building actual rail people can use and that kind of thing. You'll earn a little bit of wax when somebody earns wax, within the bounds of your land. So that rewards, we decided to not tokenize and create our own token that just sort of magically creates a number out of thin air. It was actually Blue's idea, and he's a freaking genius for this. He's like, why don't we use wax? Now, we don't just have wax. We need to figure out how to seed that rewards pool with a bunch of wax. So we decided to launch some Genesis NFTs. They're collectibles. They're awesome. And all the wax that we receive from that is going to go into the rewards pool, right? So we're not doing this as some there we go, as sort of a profit thing. We literally are raising this money with these Genesis keys.
I'm getting lost here. It's not what I used to see. It's a new
I know, right? It's all new. So yeah, like all the sales for these Genesis NFTs is going into the rewards pool, right? And the really insane thing is that we have a mysterious benefactor who in fact is not the Blue Wizard, to the best of my knowledge. That would be weird. And Blue, are you the Blue Wizard? You just haven't told us.
No, I'm not the Blue Wizard, but
I'm just checking.
I'm grateful.
I didn't think so, but I wanted to ask. Yeah, us too. He's been an amazing benefactor for a lot of the charity work that we've been doing as well. So anyway, it's not the Blue Wizard, but it's a mysterious benefactor who said that they would actually double our rewards pool up to 1 million. So if we can raise up to 1 million wax, our friend will double it up to 2 million wax. Now, almost everyone knows that there's a decent chance that wax is going to go to $1. So like having $2 million just sitting in a rewards pool is, checks notes, really cool. So,
well, and what's really cool is that gets replenished off of all the economic activity within the world.
Yeah, let me touch on that, and then we'll talk about the benefits. The first benefits, there will be many that will accrue to the people that are holding these Genesis NFTs. So the first thing we decided is this, on Atomic, you can have the secondary market percentage as a project or as a company, right? So we set ours at 9%, and 50% of all of the revenue that comes into us from that secondary market is going to go back into the rewards pool. So again, like Alien Worlds, all their land NFTs sold for like $40 off the bat on average, and you can't buy one for less than 500 now, right? So
I
the
think it's
secondary
700.
market, is it 700 now? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And what can you do on their lands?
Currently, you can mine and earn some things, but more
Right.
things is on the way.
You can
Actually,
click-
there's a chat with Michael Yates from Alienware tomorrow on this channel. Yeah, so anyone want to find
That's
that.
awesome. And again, like I'm a
Yeah,
huge
love
fan
that
of
guy.
Alien Worlds. And one thing that we proposed to them, and I hope they take us up on it, is to basically carve out a bit of the uplift, literally give it to them, and then associate their land NFTs to little plots in the uplift, which I think would be just awesome. Like again, like I would love to leverage the uplift in our community and this space to give those land NFTs even more value, right? Because that actually does end up improving the value of the entire land for the uplift too. Because again, we're all about we want to make sure that we're focused on community. Anyway, so half up. Sorry, go ahead, Emblem.
No, I mean it's just a no-brainer. I mean it's a win-win-win, right?
Exactly.
You own land, you have a place for your people to go and build and create, be creative, earn wax, but it's your land. You can also monetize it. You can govern it. You can do what you want with it.
Right.
You can, but I predict that we'll have many project galleries built within the uplift, because you can show actual images, not blocked images. You can show actual images, the artwork in these galleries. So I'm predicting like dozens and dozens of really cool, creative galleries from each project with their artwork exhibited throughout the halls of their galleries. And you can click a button and go right to the exchange and view it, buy it, sell it, trade it. So it's like, it's just a much better experience than anything that exists out there currently.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. So that's one way that we're gonna replenish that pool. We're also going to have artist drops. So, for example, we could do and should do an NFT. Maybe I don't know, 5 different art pieces from the Anders Water Pyramid of Doom that is absolutely gorgeous and built entirely on survival mode. And
I got a little bit of shit because I spawned in some diamond tools after I died in the nether, and I deserve it, so it's all fun.
No, that's the thing. It is all fun. There's been at least one piece of feedback that I got that thought that you were being like deadly serious, and that the rest of us were being very unfair. I'm like, nah, fuck that guy. But no, it is a really interesting question, the creativity versus survival, that will be ongoing for a while, and it's fun. So we could do, let's say 5 different pictures, or like even a little music video that you collaborate with Blue and I on, right? And a wing of the uplift is going to release these artistic drops from inside the world, right? They won't be associated with any land keys or anything. They'll just be really cool collectibles, and a really huge chunk of that will go to the rewards pool. The uplift will take a little bit, and the artist will take a little bit. Like it's like an uplift art drop, right?
Yeah.
Where it's always win-win-win all the time. And of course, I should mention 10% of all of our sales for the uplift is going to the uplift donate account that you can actually track on the Wax blockchain. And that's going to our mission to build a school in Haiti this year. And it's really, I'm starting to think we're going to have to build 2.
Yeah, well, you can build 1 and then pay for food for 10 years or something. That's a good
like
idea.
or computers or I mean, like we're gonna have some capital, which is really fun.
And for anyone here, if you have been following the Uplift YouTube channel, you know that I usually poke in and I make fun of everyone flying around and making creative mode, and instead of shopping their blocks, they spawn the blocks, and from my perspective, that is cheating. And Greg is one of the guys on the team that agrees with me, but also enjoys using that creative mode.
I have to tell you, so Ben, who's like the Minecraft super wizard, we asked him about it. Survival all day, period. Like there was like a millisecond pause. So the people with the most experience in Minecraft servers and gaming experiences that work for a long period of time, they all say the same thing. And again, we're going to be able to offer for creative mode to companies or large projects or things like as we need to leverage that. But having the economics of people mining things out and like sending stuff down the rail and having to transport it to different places, and you have to make your own food or you have to buy food on the open market. Every single rail plot, for example, could have its own little market on it, right? I mean, these things are very, very interesting. And for the crypto blockchain NFT people, I think once they understand how rich that experience will be, pun literally intended, it will be a no-brainer. Again, we're not going to make that hard transition for at least until the beta. We've said, unless somebody gives me a real reason to change our collective minds, that's probably the way it's going to be. But expect that down the road because it's going to make this a lot better.
Yeah. Okay. So rail plots. Let's go through this website. So we come here to the stop. We see that something is happening in let me say 44 hours from now. If my math is not correct, it's 46 hours, I think.
You had me. I was just gonna say, sure. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. So that's when the sale goes. So let's translate that so people know. It's Saturday at what time?
Noon Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, so that is 6 p.m. World Swedish time, because that's the time everyone has a standard time, right?
Fair enough. That checks out.
Yeah. And what will you be able to buy then?
The rail keys are going on sale on Saturday.
And what is a rail key?
So, and you've seen it. I'd love to get your description of it. So, if you look at the 2D map, and we're changing servers, so the link to that is going to change.
Yeah,
but it should
I can't show it right now.
Yeah, and we're actually repopulating the whole thing, so you'll be able to see that down tonight or tomorrow morning. You could see like a bunch of squares, right? There's a big square in the middle, that's Center City, and there's a bunch of little squares, going off from the cathedral. You actually can see the cathedral from space. The 2D map is actually really, really cool, right? You can kind of see what everybody's building.
You can see
space.
my pyramid, I think.
Right, yeah, even without being in the game, right? So you'll see lines of little squares kind of all over the place, connecting everything up, right? And so if you follow the line of little squares to the west and then down and then zigzag all the way down, you get to the community cluster where there's a whole grid of them that are acting like streets. Now, each one of these little squares is what we're calling basically a rail plot, right? And these NFTs that you can buy packs of or single or what have you on Saturday, noon Eastern Standard Time or 6 Swedish World Time.
Exactly, World Swedish time.
Nailed it. World Swedish time. Are going to be right. Okay, one of these plots, and they're the vast majority of them, and we're gonna finish this up over the next couple of days, have infrastructure already on them. And so what that looks like is 2 rails going one way, 2 rails going the other way, and in the middle, a pretty big promenade where there's going to be room to build a little house. There's going to be room to plant a garden. There's going to be room to have like a little market if you want to. There's going to be a room to make.
Is it enough room to build the kind of garden I have below my pyramid?
No, that room barely exists in the whole game.
You could build a skyscraper.
And this is the thing, right? And we're expecting this. I didn't think about this until somebody said it a couple of days ago, because apparently I'm thinking about a lot of things and just not that. But this is brilliant. Like the idea is you get from the bedrock, which is about usually on average minus 65 below where you see the ground, right? It goes all the way down and then it stops. Don't dig underneath that. You'll fall through the world and you'll die, right?
You can't with survival mode.
You can't with survival mode. So if you're part of the Anyobservation religion that's growing up around Mr. Anders here, that will be impossible for you. So you will have been saved by Anyobservation. Sorry. Anyway, so I amused the crap out of myself with that. I'm not proud. So yeah, you'll be able to build all the way to the bottom and all the way to the top, right? So if you wanted to build a garden, and again, this is just with one rail plot, right? If you wanted to build a garden with that much land area, and you can check out Anders' videos on it and see how much is underneath this pyramid, it's a lot, and it's quite fantastic.
Yeah,
you could build
I get lost and I built it.
Right. You could build floors where you were basically creating gardens all the way down and all the way up, right? All we're saying is as long as the rail works, so as long as a player can still travel safely and without obstruction down the rail along your plot, you can do whatever you want, right? And there's a lot that you can do. Now, where this gets interesting is, again, the land NFT owners get a little bit of rewards if a player earns rewards on their land, right? So we're setting it up so that you get this base rate of wax that you earn if you're just wandering anywhere. You're, as a player, going to earn more if you're on the rail plots. Like, the rail plots will be set up so that, whatever the normal reward is, it's going to be significantly higher if you're traveling along the rail, and it's significantly easier if you're traveling along the rail, right? So we're setting it up so that these will be, extremely high density areas for people. And so we're expecting, that there's at least always going to be the possibility that somebody's going to be riding the rail and will ride over your rail land plot, right? And it'll kick out a reward to the account that holds that NFT.
Yeah.
So that's. Did I miss anything on the rail plot? I mean, you know what they are. Did I more or less nail that?
Yeah, I think you nailed it. M Blue said it. I think everyone saw the pop up on the screen, but he had to take a short break. He will soon be back. But yeah, so the rail plots is your way to travel throughout all the map.
Right, and you don't have to, but you'll earn a little bit more.
You
wax.
can run, but
right,
running to the map is big. Someone told me how long it takes to run from one side to another side in a standard big Java Minecraft world, and it was a lot of days.
It's days or weeks. It's a long time, and we're actually having to.
A lot of them.
Yeah, it's a non-trivial amount of time.
But to ride them, you need a mining cart.
Yeah, so those will be available for free at spawn. So we're gonna have a little, and actually we've tested this already. So there's gonna be a sign that says, "Hey, punch this sign."
Yeah.
Right. And so you basically punch the sign in Minecraft, and it'll just throw a cart into your thing. And we've also set it up so that
2 times will I get 2 carts?
Probably, yeah. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of mining carts.
How many carts can I get?
He's like automatically thinking like, can I get 1 million carts?
Can I break them down to iron?
Well, that's possible. Okay, so thank you for finding a hole in our game. And honestly, I think that Dr. Wayne and Ben have already been thinking about this. I don't know, man. Get a minecart. Go on the train.
Yeah,
we'll figure that out later.
But okay, so I could be traveling by train all day and earn wax all day.
Yes, so that's a good good thing to bring up, because our dear friend Michael from EOS USA, the amazing block producer in the wax blockchains and other EOSIO chains, built on their land in the community cluster a really, really awesome roller coaster with freaking jumps and like tunnels and like also like it's genuinely cool. Like it's really fun. But he built it so that it is a closed loop, so that if you get on there, you just go around and 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 around. And so he does this and then goes to sleep. And then I wake up in the morning and he's going around and around and around. So it's basically a perpetual motion machine. We will not let people do that or get away with it for very long. And there's going to be a cap of the amount of like percentage that you can earn of the rewards pool every day. Yeah. And it'll be around like if you were playing normally the way that we've been playing, it'll be around as if you'd been playing for like 16 hours straight. So like we want to make that max as much as possible, but not too much that it can be gamed by any kind of gamification or like any kind of exploit that people find that we haven't figured out yet, right? Because we're assuming that that's going to be possible. And we've also got some other ways to protect the rewards pool so that, even if that does happen, it's not going to be able to be gamed. And we just want to make sure we're encouraging, fun exploration, like all the things that we want to incentivize, right? People are coming in and playing the game and having a whole heck of a lot of fun. There's going to be wax and NFT rewards for that. But for like, dicking around and just trying to rob the rewards pool, that will be dealt with efficiently.
And say I am an NFT creator, is it possible for me, I know the answer to this, which is good. If it's possible for me to hide NFTs in my land for people to find?
100%.
And for someone that wants to do that, when will that be possible, do you think, in a timeline?
That's a really good question.
Because it's not from day one.
So, I mean, we're so focused on this alpha release. Because again, like for those of you that don't know, we got our dev team together and asked them how long it would take to invent and build something like this. And they got together, really smart people. They got together and I said, 2 weeks? I said, okay, you have 3. Because I'm like staring the price of wax in the face, right? And we're like, okay, we want to get in front of this at least a little bit or whatever. And so, we basically decided, okay, we have 3 weeks to do this. everything's fine. And then Blue and I basically pushed everybody out of the plane. Do they have parachutes? Nope. So design.
You don't need a parachute in Minecraft. You just need a boat, right?
True. Or 1 square of water, which those are really fun. So anyway, like we're building this on the fly. That was always the intent. We did not know then that it would be sort of the massive excitement thing that it already is, right? We were gonna like design it, test it, make sure it works, release, like 1,000 NFTs, and like, cool, we're good. Obviously that is out the window. So we're scrambling, we're upgrading, we're doing a lot of things kind of on the fly. So we're adding a lot of things to the roadmap. People have been asking, like, do you guys have a roadmap? I'm like, yeah, in our heads we do. That's not helpful for anyone. The community, though, and this is one of the most interesting things, that community cluster. We have a group of community cluster leaders and the people that they're bringing in to help them build stuff down there, right? And that group has caught fire in a very sort of innovative, productive way. That group created UpliftWorld.community. That group created the guided tours that they're offering that are actually earning wax. Now, this is another thing where guided tour costs 200 wax. Bring as many people as you want, right? Greg is the tour guide right now. There will be others for sure. And they did something really interesting. The Crown group that set all this up is taking 25%, and they're putting 25% back into the rewards pool on their own. Yeah. Right, that's huge, right? That's like, hey, we're gonna do the win-win-win that Blue, is always, preaching from on high righteously, and they're basically embodying that, which to us was just incredible. Like that's like this is a really, really big deal.
Can I hire them to do tours on my pyramid?
Yeah, they would. They totally would.
They
right?
would get lost.
Well, that's the other thing. How long?
Right? and going back to the roadmap for a second. Just from a high level, I mean, we are building Ready Player One. Lots of people and gaming companies are going to be doing this, right? Like, we're the first one taking this route to get there, right? This is phase one, right? There's going to be many communities and, multi-million-dollar organizations jumping on the bandwagon, doing it their own way. They all want to get to that Ready Player One place, right? We're not quite there, technology wise, but I think it's around the corner. But here's the thing that separates what we're doing from any multi-million, billion-dollar organization that just wants to go tackle it, because there's that old paradigm of, how much can we get? Right? Let's do it. How much can we make from this? Let's run the numbers, man. Do it. Hire the best. I want the best. Get it. Bring them in. I want it done now. There's that energy. That's the world we're coming out of, right?
Yeah.
And there's this new paradigm that we're building currently, which is called the Uplift, right? And the way that this was born was by 5 bros wanting to hang out together and build cool stuff, right? One day, one guy threw up a gratitude on the wall, and that changed everything. And everybody goes, "Hey, what'd you do?" Hey, I just, something I'm grateful for. And oh, well, let me do that. And that changed the whole paradigm. So that's the spark. And then we bring in I wasn't at that initial ceremony. I wish I was. I come in later with the whole win-win-win. So we got the gratitude, then we bring in the win-win-win economy. Those things two together is the foundation to this. And now we're attracting this amazing, passionate, creative community that's, a lot of crypto people, a lot of non-crypto people that are now becoming crypto people because they're being educated about the opportunity of crypto. And this is being born out of gratitude and win-win-win, which I guarantee you, this corporation over here doing the numbers, how much can we do? Come on, give me the spreadsheet, right? Is not going to build the win-win-win. And the world needs the win-win-win right now. And that's why this can't be recreated by any other group than the group that is surrounding this. Now, our team, we've got the community is the team. This is a community venture, right? So, spearheaded by Corey and myself and a few other like really passionate, brilliant humans. But this is bigger than Corey and I. We just happen to be like, the guys at the at the top of the pencil, right? But we ain't the pencil. So that's what all these others that are going to be coming up, and this is going to be fast and furious, right? You're going to see all kinds of this shit coming up over the months and years, right?
Yep.
It's a race, but guess what? They don't have the secret sauce, and they can't buy the secret sauce. The secret sauce just came, right? And for whatever reason, Corey and I and the team, we're the ushers in of the secret sauce. I'm grateful for the secret sauce, however that came about, right? I don't own it. I don't, but I'm a part of it, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it. And that's what's going to separate us from any other game, any other community, any other get rich quick, wing zang boo bob, right, out there.
Yeah.
Somebody has to NFT that, because that was a technical statement right there. But I obviously can only agree. And it's been interesting having conversations with different people in the startup and sort of business development space. Because there's a lot of times when I have those conversations with them that they're shocked that we're not trying to capture more of the value. Right? Like I keep saying, like, we're gonna get our revenue from this, and I want everyone else to get all of the rest of the revenue. And it's like you can see the gears grind a little bit, because it's just not, that's the old paradigm. And the cool thing is just like a minute later they see it, right? Like, oh, you're the platform, and platforms do quite well, like real well, right? And this is I got to go back to the genius of and I didn't see this at all. When Emblem was saying we don't need a token, because I was assuming we would have our own token and do that whole thing, right? But because we're doing wax, we are never going to be concerned about tokenomics, except that if the price of wax could just cool down a little bit for a minute, that'd be great. Just kidding. Go to town, right? We're ready. Like let's do this thing. Let's go to $1. But what it frees us up to, which is a natural way for me to think anyway. So I am grateful for this all the time. I get so excited thinking about how, Anders, you will use this to distribute your NFTs. Like I get super stoked about that, because that scales like a mother fricker. Like when, EOS USA is launching those NFTs, when Boyd is launching their NFTs, when Boyd is launching their NFT based game and the Boyd token is available, Crown loses their mind because they can offer, Crown as rewards in Crownlandia, or wink, wink, the whole freaking world if they want. Right. Yeah. So the we talk about like the land key NFT value. Like, what is the land value of the Uplift? Well, it's now our collective innovation, our collective value that we're bringing out and breathing life into in this new digital realm is just bubbling up out of the freaking ground automatically. And all you have to do is fucking dick around in the Uplift, right? Like that's all you need to do. And like, let your creativity
show up.
Exactly. Right.
And what I want to do is I want to hide packs. I want to hide mint number ones. I want to hide a lot of things in my space, because what I'm building is a dungeon, like in all the senses that a dungeon can be. It's huge, it's dark, it's scary, and what I want to add is creeps that also make it even more scary. So there are like these Slendermen in Minecraft that can come up, and if you turn your back to them, they attack you. There's a lot of these fun things, and when you walk around there and you have a chance of getting some cool NFTs if you walk into the right place and do the right thing, that is very cool. But what can also be cool is when you do that, you will fail, and then there is this one guy that finally succeeds and he gets it, and it's so much fun. So it creates like this whole ecosystem.
You should bury that dear superstar somewhere down there.
Well, that would be awesome. Yeah, as soon as that's a good idea. That's a good idea. And what he means there is, if you go to my Wax account, which is, I can write it in the chat, my cloud wallet is still on the cloud wallet. If you go to that and you find an Uplift art collection and you sort for mint number ones, well, sort for low mints, you will find the music. Well, it's what should I call it? It's like a documentary, but it's not. It's like an inspirational movie. Yeah, it's kind of like
a short film, I guess. Yeah.
It's probably the longest NFT video that exists currently. It's beautiful. But so what people will be able to do, they will be able to find things on lands. I am currently very I have been very inactive on social media for a while for a multitude of reasons, but I'm very active still in the Alien Worlds ecosystem, and I will be even more. But what happens there is we have a plan. We have the Cabal, which is a team. We want to take over a planet. We want to get Trillium daily to that planet. When we've managed to do that, it's not an if, it's when. We will be able to control the flow of Trillium from that planet. And my goal is to convince everyone else in the Cabal that this is a great idea, and to add Trillium to the Minecraft world, so you will also mine Trillium when you do whatever in Minecraft. So that is another way to connect other ecosystem inside the Uplift world. And this will be something very exciting. And before we get away from everything, Corey, what are people buying? If they buy it, they get a key. What is the key? How many people can build on that key? How do they connect that to their Wax account? All these basics that people have no clue about.
Okay. Well, and I know a lot of people have questions about the how the Genesis keys will benefit them as well. So we'll talk about the land key stuff later, because those sales aren't going to happen for a little while. It's just focused on the rail. So you could buy 100 wax Genesis NFTs or 1,000 wax Genesis NFTs, or some big ones. They're all sold out, so it doesn't really matter. So that the booster level 1 is for 100 wax. You scroll down a little bit. We'll actually just go through that because I want to make sure we can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to find exactly where you wanna.
Yeah,
well,
it's down a little bit right there. Yep. So, and I think there's actually one edit that somebody spotted on the Telegram because they're awesome. So, booster level 1. You get one of these things for 100 wax. And somebody asked, like, can I get a bunch of them and can they stack? And Blue finally just agreed, fine, let them stack. it was just going to be one per wallet. And then finally we were like, whatever. So you get one for 50 by 50 land key per booster level 1 for every 3, they should say rail land keys that you get. Okay. And
so
we're
if
gonna throw that in.
Go in here, I just bought one before and gave it out when we were talking. So if I buy 3 here, will I get a land key?
You will not.
So how did that work?
So you have these 3 things in your wallet now.
Yeah. Well, I didn't pay for it. Now I do.
Okay.
As soon as my wallet wants to do this, yes. So now I have 3 of them in my wallet.
Now you have 3 of those things. Awesome. Nailed it. So for every 3 rail keys that you pick up, and every one of these things that you have in your wallet, you're going to get a little 50 by 50 land key in this new field that I'm going to survey out just specifically for this, right? So you have 3 of those things now. You would want to get 9 rail keys to earn the maximum number of the 50 by 50 land keys for this level. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
All right. So it's kind of like a coupon, right? If you're buying something, you buy something, you get the coupon, then you get a free gift, right? So here, it's like the free gift is the 50 by 50.
But it will not be connected to the rail land that I buy. It will be somewhere else.
That's right. Yeah. All these 50 by 50 gifts are actually going to be in a giant field of them. And I'm actually really, really looking forward to the absolute fucking riot, excuse my French, that is going to be. Because it some people might want to build there. Some people might want to put those up on the secondary market, whatever it is. It's going to be yours. You can do whatever you want to do with it, right? But it's going to be mental. Like, it's going to be a giant melting pot of all of the people that supported us the most. And I don't know what will happen. And I'm really excited to find out because, it's a bunch of really, really cool people that are going to be getting these. So
and
the booster level
it says
2
that it's random. So if I get 3 of these, doesn't mean that I get them next to each other. I can get them anywhere.
Correct.
So I might want to have to start a trading with other people.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're super excited about that. So getting the Genesis keys for 1,000 wax. And again, this is like the first iteration of benefits for these things. It's not the last, right? We're going to be targeting these Genesis NF key holders for the rest of time.
So I buy another one here.
I mean, it's not crazy. So this will basically be the same thing. For as far as the rail keys are concerned, it's basically just going to stack them again, right? So it's like for every 3 that you get, every 3 rail plots that you get, it'll be another of these 50-50 land keys for each one of those things that you have, right? So we can like crunch some basic math on it. If you have 3 of the level 2s,
I have 3 level 1. I have 1 level 2. What happens now?
Okay. So you'll get the 3 for the level 1s. If you get 9 rails, right?
If I have 9 rails, yeah.
Right. You'll get 1 for each 3. And because you only got 1 of the level 2, you'll get 1 for 3 rail. So it'll be 4 total.
And then I get some prospector probe, which sounds scary. What is that?
It does. That's going to be for the land key stuff. I don't want to confuse people, so let's not talk about it until after the rail key stuff.
This is land key there.
Yeah,
good. I have to read it. It's like when I read this, all I see is I get something free for every free.
that's yeah. And again, that should say
ADHD. You know, you don't read everything. You just read part of it, and then you think you understand it.
Maybe we should rephrase the sentence and start out with if you
for every free
buy
land,
one. Right.
Yeah. So this is land key. So this is not rail key either.
That's right. It's well, no, and we're editing that now.
So this
Dennis
should
is
be
doing 50,000 things. That should be rail key. Yes.
Okay. So this word here is rail. It's not land.
That's correct.
Good.
Well, that was a very, very good Jedi mind trick, sir.
Yeah. So I can go in here and I got lost.
Just edit it on the fly.
I think I'm at the right place.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Let me find it very strong.
That's awesome.
For every rail. And close. Oh, you're a wizard, Harry. I got lost. But here,
how the heck did you do that?
I didn't do anything. It says rail here. So
wow.
now for every free rail key.
Snapshot
so
now it's real.
Yeah.
Can you go into any website and do that?
You can do it on Twitter. It doesn't update the website, just my local version, which means I can create a fake tweet that looks like you posted it or Trump posted it, and it will look like a good screenshot, but it's all created fake.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like it.
So if you go here, it will not say rail, but for me, it will say rail because
right. So you could make a tweet that said Corey hates sea lanterns, and then like make an NFT out of it.
Corey will ban everyone that use creative mode, and it will look like you said it.
The sea lantern thing was funny. That's terrifying. It's like watching how attached people are getting. Like the server was down for a little bit. Greg messaged me like 20 minutes into the server migration. He said, "I'm jonesing for Minecraft in a way that doesn't make sense to me right now." Like a lot of people are feeling that way.
Okay, let's get back to this. What is a Genesis Pass level 1?
It's basically like you're gonna get a passport to actually get into the uplift. Those are gonna be going out.
So you'll be able to play if you own one of these.
That's right.
You don't own any land, but you can play.
Right. Well, and exactly. And so those are going to be going out
versus a level 1.
So that's
going to new hat.
Right. Yeah. It comes with a new hat. So basically, what we wanted to do is the people that support us the most in this Genesis drop are going to get passports to get in the game first. Yeah. Plain and simple.
Okay. So we get in faster.
Yes.
And
I mean, it's a huge deal, right? Like without the people getting the Genesis key NFTs, the rewards pool, wouldn't grow. And if the rewards pool, isn't growing, like people aren't really, going to get the same sense that I mean, we mean big business. There's some big business.
But here's the level 4 prospector probe.
Yeah. So you get 4 of them, not level 4. But again, like I beg of you, let's talk about that before the land sale. I promise we'll let everybody know what that means. It adds a layer of complexity that's just going to confuse people, and it has nothing to do with the real.
You get some probe, and it's not the ANA one.
Comes with gloves. No,
comes with gloves and lube.
Let me just say this: the probes will be a way to get in front of the auctions that will allow people to try and get specific locations for their land.
Okay.
Right? You can't do that at all with rail. Just the bigger land key NFTs, right? So you're gonna get a land key, like a random land key NFT. There's actually an NFT for that. It looks baller, frankly, and that just means okay, I'm gonna get some land somewhere and I don't know where, right? And then people are gonna be able to use these probes to basically race and try and choose the location where that land.
But do you understand that you will have to build a new marketplace for people to trade these?
No, they're going to be NFTs. You can buy, sell, and trade them.
But you have
Yeah.
to understand where they are, who has it, who you should trade with to get the correct one, because you want to have everyone
so
next to you.
the probes, right? Well, this is where again when you're trying to get the land, like
Yeah,
once
on
you
the
have
random
once you have
ones. You want the one next to you, so you need to find the one that has the other one, so you can start to trade it.
right. Well, and the probes get you in front of that, right? And so if you are the first person to use a probe to try and pick a particular piece of land on the map,
Yeah.
then that's the one that you're going to get, right? Yeah. If you could sell all the probes that you have, once they go out on NFTs, and people might actually try and buy them. Like if you don't care where your land is and you just bought a piece of like one of the land key NFTs and you're good to go.
Yeah. These are a little bit above my budget on the second-hand market.
Yeah, the second-hand market is on fire.
I think it was 10,000 wax when they were live, right?
Yep. Yep. Anyway, so you'll be able to use probes to try and nail down land key, not rail key, land key locations before the auctions, and then we'll just auction all them off. And if you don't do the probes and you don't do the auctions, but you did get a land key NFT, you're just going to be randomly assigned a location.
So, and if I have a rail key, I can build a dungeon.
Yep.
Some of the rails are above water, so you would have to build walls first and get rid of the water and everything. But that's doable.
Yeah.
And just to keep it simple, right? Because it can sound a little complex and daunting maybe to some, but bottom line is you don't really have to do anything other than just buy rail keys and just show up, right? Like that's the easiest thing to do. If somebody that wants to participate, they want rail, they don't care where the rail's at, they just want rail, then they can just go and buy rail. It's a good idea to have Genesis NFTs so you get the bonus land as well.
Yeah, it says rail here.
But yeah, so it's really quite easy at the base layer.
Yeah. And how much rail is it in the map? It's a lot of it, but how many?
So if I'm not mistaken,
is this?
Yeah, you can actually see that. So there's 1,000 packs of one. Yeah, so there's more, and this is actually remind me to tell Dennis, he's a genius in blue. So we're gonna put 3,000 rail on sale on Saturday. So 1,000 of it will be one at a time. 1,000 will be three at a time. So 333 packs of 3, and then 100 packs of 10.
I will stop you here. Is the rail just one square in Minecraft or a group of them?
It's just one.
Yeah, and one square is how big?
50 by 50.
So 50 squares to one side, 50 squares to another side in a square.
It's
not square because it's way up, way down.
Right. It's like a giant rectangle.
The area is 50 times 50, and So
and then extend vertically down to 0 and up to 255.
Yeah. And so that's why I think that we'll see long cities popping up.
I agree.
Along the railways.
Really cool.
Yeah. And we have another question because people want to speculate. Can we sell them?
Yeah, I mean they're NFTs. You can. I mean, there's already a bunch of people that are planning on just getting them to improve them to put them back on the market.
Yeah, and Michael, sorry for cutting you off there. What were you going on there?
Oh no, it's like I plan on buying rail and building a beautiful artistic skyscraper with levels and floors that are really exciting to be on and explore, as well as going down deep and putting some cool whiz-bangery in there as well, because first of all, you're gonna have rail cars going through, so I'll have a passageway through the skyscraper to where the cars can pass, right? Because you don't want to obstruct that. So you'll be constantly earning more wax having that rail place, but also if people stop and they explore your structure, then you're just maximizing the wax rewards.
And
so I foresee like just a whole massive long city instead of a city that's square.
I think you're right. Yeah,
cities all around the rail.
Will there be any limits on these sales per account? Per timing,
so I think we're doing a 3 to 5 minute cooldown per account per order.
And max per order?
That I don't know if we have decided yet. So yes.
Yes, and I guess this will be
What do you
sold
think,
on Atomic
Anders?
Hub.
What do you think we should do to make it the most fair?
I would probably have a 1 limit on the big pack,
Okay.
and I would probably have a free limit on the next one, and probably 9 or 10 on the small one.
So basically, just 10 at a time.
Exactly. So
yeah.
it's around 10 at a time for people, and they can buy whichever, and then more people have a chance to get them.
I like it. Let's do it.
Will
And Blue, do you
will
agree?
it be sold on Atomic Hub, or will
Yes.
it be sold on your website on Atomic Hub?
Yes. Both. It's true.
It will be linked for your website, I guess.
Right. Yeah, the website's I think always going to be the easiest.
So
way to find
people
it.
know that Anchor will work, Scatter will work, Wax Cloud Wallet will work. So people have multiple options. That's mainly the real question.
Yep.
And how do I get the packs before sale?
I have started fielding a number of questions like that.
Yeah.
So you won't.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
this the NFT pack?
Yeah, only they're actually, I think the random rail plot, the number one it looks more or less like that, just higher def. But then Dennis started like making them into gifts, like the 10 random plot one. Like I legitimately just want to own it. It's like really good.
Then I have a question. If I hold it, will I get any rewards for that rail plot, or where will those rewards go?
Well, this is the thing. Like this is like the pack cover, right? We're just doing like a low-fi version of the packs because you can't actually put minted NFTs into packs, or it's hard or something like that. So we decided to do it this way. So the actual, like the rail NFT itself is going to have an actual location on it, so that like when we drop these, you're going to know exactly where it is. You'll be able to go and find it in the world, that kind of thing, right? And I was just talking to Dennis. Now I think we're actually going to have to burn these to be able to drop the things, just so that we don't have people trying to double dip the system, which I think we were going to be able to do it more or less at once anyway, so it wasn't going to be a problem. But it's a possibility you have to burn this to claim the actual rail key NFTs themselves.
Okay, so it's not the pack opening like we're used to, but it's something different.
Right. It's kind of a lo-fi building the parachute on the way down to the ground kind of situation. That will work though, so yeehaw.
Yeah.
Well, did you already discuss that the pack opening will be roughly a week after the sale?
We did not.
No.
That's kind of an important point.
So
it is.
You buy it on Saturday and then you open by burning it a week after. Will it be made very clear on a website exactly what people should do?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So people don't make a mistake here.
Well, and they won't be able to, right? Like once you grab these, you're gonna have it. And again, like there's an NFT circling around, which I think is really funny, because I said I don't think we're gonna sell out, and I still don't, right? Like we haven't done really any marketing. Like I can't stop yelling about it day after day after day after day, right? But it's we built this
to
as
the same people.
right, exactly, like all 10 of my bestie friends on the internet. So obviously there's a lot of hype. I don't think we're gonna sell it. And so that'll be I think that we're gonna have that last as long as it's gonna last. But if we did, we could see a situation where somebody sells those on the secondary market before we do the rail drop. Which, I mean, to me that'd be weird, because like I'll tell you right now, like I'm getting a 10-pack myself, and you can be damn sure I'm not selling anything, because I can't wait. Again, like Blue and I both. We've got sort of our the Blue Room sort of infrastructure builds that we have. I technically own the cathedral or whatever. That's never going anywhere, right? But yeah, we're forcing ourselves to buy the same land as everybody else, and I'm super stoked about the rail plots.
I'm buying. I think everybody who's building and everybody in the community is buying. So
yeah. Personally, I think you are mistaken here, Corey. And I usually are very restrictive with what I think. I don't think people will sell as much as they do usually. But if we just take that people buy things for a passive return, even if it's a small one.
Yeah.
If we take our planet, if we take alien worlds, if we take everything that is like this on Ethereum, they sell. So the only thing is that they are priced in 8,000 wax, and the wax price is going up. If that continues to go up, I'm not sure if we will see the same thing, but I think that it will sell more than you want to believe. Especially with what happens with NFTs right now. It's going crazy all over the world. What happened today is that the national, well, like in Sweden, we pay a lot of taxes. We have this governmental run entertainment company which run radio and major TV channels and things like that. Big communistic thing that is filled with propaganda and things like that. But on top of that, what they did today, they do a lot of great things, great documentaries, a lot of great stuff as well. What I did today is they reached out to me because they wanted to learn more about NFTs. And this was the culture department on the Swedish national radio.
Holy shit.
The ones that are doing like art and music, they wanted to learn more about NFTs because Christie's, which is the #1 auctioneer of art in the world, is doing the first fully digital NFT auction.
Do you think Sweden would want the first piece of land in the Uplift as a country? I'm not kidding.
I don't know. Minecraft is built in Sweden, so it makes sense, right?
That would be pretty cool. I'm just saying, if they want to plant a flag, I will separate out a little land in Central City, right next to the financial district and the music district that are coming.
The first embassy,
right? See, yes.
But I'm not sure that the employees at the Swedish radio is the ones that should do
they're the culture people for sure. They are. I'm not joking. Like, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
This is just like wink, wink. Tell have their people call my people.
Yeah. They wanted to have a short 10-minute chat today. We ended up talking for 40 minutes, and we're gonna talk again tomorrow.
Anders. That is amazing. And it makes sense, but also like, whoa.
Yeah. So things are happening. I mean, Paris Hilton tweeted she's dropping NFTs. I don't know how many celebrities are doing it right now, but it's
a thing.
It's a lot of them. It's going to be crazy.
Well, some of the people we're talking to are saying that, in the marketing meetings, they're coming in and they're scrambling to figure out what the hell this NFT thing is and how to take advantage of it. So from big Fortune 500 companies. And so they're like scrambling. They're just looking like, who's legit, what's the score, right? And then a lot of them are looking at the Flow blockchain because you've got Draper in there, Dapper Labs, and a lot of money, right? But you look at that blockchain, and it's I don't want to poo-poo anything, but it is a shadow of what Wax is, right? And it's a private chain. You can't do so many things on it. It's written in Solidity, which is a nightmare to begin with. So anyways, it's just like, it's, and I don't know if you saw the William Quigley interview.
I am not finished it yet.
All right. Okay. Shout out to Amblue, dude.
Yeah.
That interview
was awesome when I saw that you had him on. I was so happy.
Good.
So stoked.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Here's a guy, went to Harvard, worked at Disney for 7 years, was an early investor and innovator with Mastercoin, which was, before Ethereum, was the seed investor in Ethereum ecosystem, had the largest skin company in the world, $1 billion unicorn, chose to move their business onto blockchain. First step was Ethereum, quickly found out that Ethereum was broken and could never really be fixed in a manner to handle what he wants to do, is bringing skins and NFTs to the mass market. So then he built Wax based off of EOS.io. They're experts in payment. They're exceptional business minds, right? They have the technology. He warned the CryptoKitty people, the guys that created the Flow blockchain in the early days, dude, get your CryptoKitties off of Ethereum as soon as you can for these reasons. And they were like laughing at him, right? Scoffing at him. And who's laughing now, right? So now they finally saw the problem with Ethereum. They scrambled to build this Flow blockchain, which is, I looked at it and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, they're going to have an oh shit moment, right? I don't know when or how, what that looks like, but they're doing stuff that isn't like completely kosher in the blockchain world, right? There's a lot of magic happening in there, and so my concern is that they could actually hurt the space, right? Because they're going to have their oh shit moment, just like every chain does, right? New tech, you're doing new things. They're doing some woo-woo stuff that, I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that it goes okay for them. I want them to succeed, but I feel this hesitation, like, oh shit, hopefully they can pull this off so that they don't scare the market, right? So that's my hope. But at the same time, I want to say the shit works on Wax. So it's
all day.
Yeah. So free transactions. It's written in actually a code that isn't Solidity, which is a plus.
It's one of the fastest ones that are available. All
right.
fast.
Yep. Free transactions, instant. And we could only do the things that we're doing in the Uplift because of the architecture and what this blockchain can do. We couldn't do this on Ethereum. We couldn't do this on Flow. We couldn't do this on, you name it. We couldn't do it on it. We need exactly what we got to do what we're doing. And I'm so grateful for William and the team, Atomic Assets, Jonah, Fabian. My God, the two young geniuses that created the NFT standard that is light years ahead of anything else that's out there. And what's important is that we've got some it's battle tested, right? I mean, we don't have years of battle testing, but it's battle tested to enough of a degree to where we know what we know, where a lot of these newfangled NFT standards that are popping up in different ecosystems, they haven't been battle tested, right? It's like, are you going to really build a multi-million-dollar corporation on really unknown, unbattle tested kind of someday will be decentralized, someday will be open, right? Like network, like it just does not make sense to me. So, I'm grateful for the Wax team, for Atomic Assets, and the whole ecosystem, because this is, even though we've got EOS, we've got Proton, we've got Telos, we've got, on and on. It's a massive decentralized network that's forming around the EOS.io technology. And there's innovations coming out from all sides, and it's collaboration, right? We build something cool over here, they adopt it over there. They built something cool over there, we adopt it over here. And pretty soon, and we're pretty close to this anyways, they're all going to be talking to each other anyways with, IBC, interoperability. So it's going to be one beautiful decentralized ecosystem that just took this amount of time to grow. And it'll keep growing over time naturally, but we're starting to enter that second phase of maturation, of, maturity, to where we can really start seeing this fabric coming together in all its glory. And it's phenomenal. There's nothing else in the ecosystem even close to this.
Corey, let's spin this. Let's make a summary of what's happening on Saturday. Let's create a clear message. What exactly is going to be sold, so everyone understands this. We have been on this for a long bit, and I think we need to summarize this and cut it off, even though it's very interesting and entertaining what we're talking about.
So
on Saturday, what is being sold?
These basically packs for rail plot NFTs that will enable us to drop specific location rail plot NFTs to the holder. We're hoping under a week.
And you will be able to buy a 1 pack, a 3 pack, or a 10 pack.
Yep.
People should check the TheUplift.world for updates before Saturday on exact details, limits per account, everything. This will be updated, so keep a track here. But you can see the price of different packs. The rail key, if you own that, you get a 50 times 50 square. That is also rail plot. If people go on with a mining card, which is free, everyone will get one on that, and they earn wax by doing that. You will also earn a little bit wax for everyone being on your land on the rail plot. And you can build as long as you do not disturb the rail. So as long as you don't destroy the path, you can build whatever you want there.
Right.
If you buy this, you will get access to the server. You can build here. Can you invite other people to build on your land?
So the short answer is yes. The long answer is when we are ready to scale. And if I had to guess, like down the road, 100%, right? But we're having to be judicious about how many people we let on the server, how quickly, to make sure that we can handle the load, right? So I believe that in very short order you'll have like an invite that you can get somebody else in, or 2 invites that. So basically, like we'll start dropping passports to the people that hold the land. And Blue, what do you think about that? Because we haven't really formed up a super firm idea on that.
Well, yes, I mean, it's definitely doable. It's on the roadmap, but it all boils down to how many we can let into the server at the time. Yep. And there's a lot of things to create, develop, right? Yeah. So that's definitely on the list. It's definitely a priority on the list, and just how that rolls out and the exact timing of that is still being discussed.
Sweet. And if you also have some of these Genesis NFTs, which if you scroll down on the website, you can find this for 100 wax each. If you have 3 of the rail keys, and you have 1 of these, you will also get a random 50 times 50 land in another location at a later time.
Yes.
And this is for the other ones. But you also have a Genesis Pass level 1, which means that you will get access to the server if you have this, but not directly. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, so this is basically our way to prioritize who gets to come into the Uplift first.
So rail keys will get in first, is my guess.
So everybody with rail keys, right?
Yeah.
From that, we're going to look at people that have the level 3. So you scroll all the way down. We'll look at people that have the level 3. They're first. There's only like 20 of them, right? And I think some people have bought more than one. The next people who will get passports and get access will be the people that are holding the 1,000 wax NFTs, and the last again that are holding the rail will get will get access. Now, if you have rail but you don't have any Genesis keys, that's okay. You'll be getting access to the Uplift after all the people that threw money into the rewards pool because gratitude.
Yeah. So the quickest way to get in is to get one of these ones. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
And they are for sale right now. And this is just because everything is in alpha mode. It's early alpha right now. Yeah. It's in alpha mode when the rail is sold, which means that everything has to be phased in to make sure the server handles it. Nothing goes wrong. Just take it one step at a time. What time scale do you think it is until the rail plots, everyone with rail plots are in, have access to the server?
I mean, this is a guess, but I would be very excited because I have plans, dude, for when everyone's in game. Like capital P Lance. That's terrible. Anyway, like I believe that we will start having, I mean, obviously we need to get the rail keys out to everyone. That's going to be, in a week-ish, right? I'd like to start letting people with Genesis key NFTs into the server like that day if we can, right? And we'll start scaling in. We don't know what we don't know yet, so like take all this with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But I'd be really, really happy if we could get everybody that gets one of these rail keys into the game and building inside 2 weeks, because, and again, that's like alpha tentative. I'm not making promises here. This is just sort of a goal that I'm setting as a very aspirational goal. But if we can do that, and or whenever we can do that, maybe it takes a couple days longer, a week longer, whatever it is. Who knows, right? We'll find out. But when that's done and we have a lot of people in building, having a good time, I'm excited about doing the first build competition, because we're basically going to see what people are capable of doing with a single rail plot. Right. So we're going to,
I think you will be amazed.
It's going to be super fun. And right. Like, I don't even know, like the amount of creativity that already exists in just with the people building infrastructure and the community cluster is bananas. I am shocked every single day, usually more than once, at what the kinds of things that people are building. So basically, we're going to set up a build competition. Obviously you can't disturb the rail or whatever to make sure people can travel through, but do anything else. Right. And so we're going to pick the top 10 or 20. And then I really want the community to pick which are the 3 best. And, the 3 best are all going to win, rail plots. Like the number 1, I want them to win 3 more rail plots. Right. Yeah. And, maybe a wax prize or maybe NFTs or whatever. Right. Like make the incentives truly perverse. And then Blue came up with the brilliant freaking idea of doing a limited run NFT of each one of the winners. Right. Maybe do, what were you say, 21, Blue?
Yeah, 21.
Right. And so we basically, then auction those off, but we give the number 1 mint to the winner. They can do whatever they want to do with it. Right. And we auction those off. 50% of that goes into the rewards pool. 25% comes back to the Uplift, and 25% goes to the person who won, because they're the artist. Right. So it's like an Uplift art drop. Only we're doing it to serve the, and again, we throw some for Uplift donate too. I forgot that, but we want people to be making money, right? So if we do this, it's win-win-win all the time. And I'm stoked about that, because I know basically for a fact the amount of creativity that we've seen right now, scaling that out to 3,000 rail plots is what? It's gonna be crazy, man. So I want that to happen as soon as possible. I really do.
The best rail plot is the one right next to the cathedral. That's the one that everyone wants, right?
Location wise, that's going to be the biggest intersection. But think about this. That's going to be the biggest intersection for now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, we don't know where Las Vegas is going to pop up. So,
right.
You buy some desert somewhere. Yeah, I got some desert, and then all of a sudden it turns into Las Vegas, and you're a happy camper, right?
Exactly. Some Asian casino billionaire might want to come in and fuck shit up. We don't know, right? And so we don't know what's going to happen. And the Swedish embassy is going to be somewhere, right? And so who knows where that's going to be or what rail's going to be. So this is the way it's at right now. But I get excited personally trying to imagine what will happen, because I know that I won't. We can't right now. Even we can't.
Guys, I got to jump. I apologize.
Yeah, we have been on for a long time, so it's fine. We will finalize this very soon. And for everyone in the chat, I just dropped a link that you can enter your Wax account. I have limited NFTs that people can get for today. It's these ones. It's mint 1 to 10 of these ones, so it's the best mints of this spinning one that I did. I don't know why Atomic Hub don't allow me to open it bigger right now, but it's this spinning one that to celebrate that I passed over 1,024 followers on or subscribers on YouTube. Michael, nice. Feel free to leave whenever you want.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Much love.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. And Corey, so what we're looking on right now. I don't know if you also have to run. I know you're busy with all the calls.
I actually have a meeting with a big meeting in about 15 minutes, but yeah.
Okay, good. So we have 5 minutes. Nice.
Yep.
Then you have to go to bathroom. So these are all the community plots. Are there more community plots?
Yes.
So this is not fully updated, and you can see the best one is here in the middle. It's the annual.
Clearly, the very best one. Yes.
It's the best one, and between all of these, there are raid plots. So you
Now,
can
yeah,
travel
like-
like here. There's a rail going right above my land, for example.
There's rail everywhere now.
Yeah, I looked
yeah.
at it earlier before it vanished. So there will be rail here, so you can travel fast, but you can also run and everything. So yes, this is very old. I tried to go to the Uplift community. I entered the wrong domain.
Yeah, because we just upgraded the server, so it goes. The 2D map is somewhere else now,
Yeah.
but we'll get that out to people when it's ready.
So we can see there's a lot of different teams. We have there's a lot of them, and you will be able to see. And like my land is here in the middle, and around my land here, there's a small slots, and you can see there are small slots around everyone. And actually, there's more squares here now that's not on this map.
Yeah, and every one of the groups in the cluster is going to look like that when we're done and when we're ready to give out these NFTs that you're about to talk about. So you can't see them yet, and we haven't even done surveying them yet. And I would say it's probably going to happen in about a month-ish. But yeah.
So I will be able to invite people to build on these other lands later.
So you're going to get, and there's 55 little squares around your plot.
Yeah.
You're going to get 55 NFTs that are those areas. And you're going to be able to sell them, give them away, whatever, keep them, but let people do whatever they want to do with, right?
Yeah.
You're going to have the ability to do whatever you want to do with those for your community specifically.
Yeah, and I can say that I have the slices, which went live 3 minutes ago, by the way, the new one. So sub.anyo.io if anyone wants to find out. And we can see there's already a bunch claimed because they want the low mints.
Nice.
But what happens here is we have to build this out that it works. It won't be live from the start. But I plan that every month, those that has these badges will be able to build on those on the lands around my land. So they will be swapping and they will be changing, but it might be fun. That's the plan. I don't know how long it will take to implement, but it's a fun thing.
Yeah, no, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, people that support you are just able to come in and do stuff. I think that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think so too. And yeah, I think it's good. I think I will let you go, but because what we will do now is we will spin the wheel. We will see. Right now we have almost 50 accounts that has entered, and they have a chance to get these 10 NFTs.
Awesome. All right, cool. Yeah. Thank you very much for having us, and thank you for being such a positive and innovative and inspirational person for the community cluster and for our whole ecosystem. Like, I brag about you all the time. You are a big effing deal.
Thank you, mate, and the same goes back. You're
Cheers,
amazing.
brother. Talk to you soon.
See ya and enjoy your day and
Bye.
your meeting. So I saw that some people wanted this. Let's share this link for one more time. So this will be a chance for you to get one of these NFTs. That is to celebrate the 1024, which is an important number for some people. But for me, it's very humbling to see that people subscribe, people enjoy the content, the guides, the articles, the interviews, all the fun content that is going on. Also have. Right now we're streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter, well, Periscope. And that is my way of trying to reach even more. And when I play Minecraft, I think I will mostly stream on Twitch, but sometimes I will pop in on YouTube as well. So these are the ones. I have 10 of them. Let's cut we have 53 replies now. I will cut very soon so people cannot enter anymore. Let's give someone like 2 more minutes in case someone is a little bit slow to log in with their Google account. And I will start by mint 1 and down to mint 10 to make sure that everyone has as big of a chance to get the high mint as possible, well, the low mint as possible. Yeah, I meant the sale for those NFTs that you just showed, Corey. The NFTs, the slices is sub.anyo.io. Sorry, https://sub.anyo.io. So let me walk through what that actually is. So each month I sell these NFTs. So it's just a slice. What this actually means is that I sell them for $10. I sell them for $1, and here is for 1 wax, because when I had this for free as I wanted, there was bot claiming and abusing this. Yeah, I will close the form, thank you. So now it's closed. So I sell these, and this is like subscription donation on Twitch, supporting like Patreon, whatever you support the content, you get an NFT. So it's my way of using the technology that we have and making something fun out of it. And what I also do is that I mint my own NFTs. If I go here to NFT creator, we can go here and see here. I can actually see that here in the collection, I have created some 3D animated NFTs that I will be sending out to everyone that had these slices that bought them last month. So those that buy it in February will get some. Let's make this a little bit bigger so we can see. The buy it in February will actually get something in March, and those that buy it in March will get something in April, and those that buy it in April will get it in May. Doesn't mean that you will get something very cool or very valuable. I make my own NFTs, but also I get some NFTs from sponsors, or I buy a lot of NFTs and feel like, hey, I have some extra so I can give them away. And I do not want people to buy them just for the sake of getting these drops, but I do add some fun things in here. I saw some new creative dude on the drops, so I've been buying some of these solely for the purpose of supporting someone new and then giving it back to everyone that support me. So I bought some of these new drops, very cool art that he's making. If we go down, there is some of these low mint like stickers that they gave away. I saw that there was bot claiming a lot of them, so I turned on some bots myself just to claim some of these. And as I claimed some of these lower ones, what I did is I actually sent them here, so I send them out to the community because I rather see other people get them than keeping them myself, or that greedy guy that runs a lot of bots claiming them. So that's why I do this. And then I have some Stonk Wars packs. So these right now on the market, it says that it's 30 bucks each. I bought a bunch of these as well. Yeah, so this is the account that I'm going through, and we have some fragments from Uplift. There is 1 or 2 cogs. There is actually, let's see, this one is not loading. Yeah, this is a mythic. So I'm adding, like, these are all from my own collection. I don't think any of these above is, yeah, some are sponsored here in the bottom. These are also from my own stash that I just share because, hey, why not? These are no, these are actually, some of these might be sponsored. Most of them are bought though. Some more cogs, and in the bottom is the ones that I think is really cool. These 2 are sponsored. So these 2 packs from Uplift I did not buy. I got them from Mblue. But this one, the Crypto Fun Shack, we have 2 different versions. This is created by the Horrors team. So this is the more rare one, the pink one. There's only 25 of them, and there's only one ever sold right now for 950 wax. So these ones will be going out, and then we have this one as well. I think I need some water here. I have a small glass. So here we have some of these, and I will be sending them out as well to those that bought the February ones. So let's go here and let's go and add all the accounts that entered. Let's copy these. I see that some guys most likely entered twice, but hey, at least it's not a lot of them. What I will do now is that I will shuffle a few times, so it doesn't matter where you entered. I will spin this, and the one that comes up now is going to get the number 1. Thank you, Robert. Feel free to reach out to me on Telegram, by the way, or reach out to me on Telegram. So the one that gets pulled right now will get the number 1 mint. So I will go into my inventory again. I am already in my inventory, and I will go down to this one. So this one will be sent out. Okay, I usually think there is a send link there. I'm not used to having this small page. So let's mark the number 1. Here we have it. Thank you. And while this spin, I will have some more water. Let's go. I guess this is Clay. CC Lay. C Clay. Enjoy. You get the number 1. And this is actually, this one is not created by me. Usually I create them myself. I don't know why not everything was copied there. I have to see that it's correct now. Yeah. So cclay.wham, this is the guy that won it. I didn't copy fully. I will send you this mint number 1 and then we will pull mint number 2. No, I start by the biggest one because everyone wants to have a chance of getting the low mints. So if I pull it, then the one that got number 10 don't have chance to get the number 1. So let's see here. Thank you. And then let's go here and let's shuffle a few times. Can I ever shuffle too many times here? And let's see. And bam. This was harder to pronounce. A5 skew. Let's close some of these tabs so I don't have to search for it. There. Thank you. Number 2 is sent out. Whoops. Let's close it. And we have number 3. Number 3. Let's see who gets this one. And it's CPQF number 3. Thank you. Boom, 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 boom. I will do this CPQFW1. Sometimes when you copy from there it goes wrong. I don't know why. Let's see if that was the case or if this account is wrong. Yep. Account does not exist. If this is you, if you are in here right now, you can go in and you can edit your response. I will see where you are. CPQFW error. I will give you a few minutes for a chance to go in and edit. If you're not here and you do not edit that in a while, you can go in the form and you can edit your response. I will send this out to someone else. So let's go for the mint number 4. Nice NFT wizard, very nice. So let's see who gets the mint number 4. Javi? I think... Check if there's a space. Yeah, I tried. Is that are you the one that didn't get the NFT? CPQF. Ah, you see, you wrote wrong in the form. And edit the form, and I know that it's correct. But I know who Javi is. He can send me a DM as well. Did I do this correctly? I lost my mind there. Yes. You entered the Q and the F in the wrong way. It's not me that won. It's not me. It was me. My name is Anio. That was the account. No. I should have kept them all for myself. No. Those damn names. Yeah, you can just go scroll up and find the form, and you can edit your form. UTMQU. Anders always has ADD. It's just very prevalent sometimes. Very nice. CC Clay, Gin R. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I don't even remember which mint number the next one is. Let's go. It's not number 3, it's number 6. Number 6 is going out. Lit. This guy is lit. I need to change. Yeah, it did automatically. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Lit. I think it's from Suits. Someone else made a mistake here, right? L.it.wham. That was the name, right? L.it.wham. Let's see if this is correct or if we have another error here. Yep, we have another error. L.it. So you will also have a few minutes to fix this. Number 4. Javi has still not edited his response. Javi. Javi. So number 6 is going away. Let's go to number 7. Let's see who gets number 7. And by the way, people, if someone has that account that you entered wrong, that person is getting it. And that is a big mistake when you deposit or withdraw any token or NFT. So take that as a lesson. S. Dre is the winner of the number 7. I think that's Dr. Dre's Sister Dre. So here we have number 8. Let's go. Let's shuffle and let's see. Let's see. NS Paw. Oh, I don't want the space there. NS Paw. Thank you. Nick Spa. Spam. On the form. Yeah, edit the form, Javi. If you just edit the form, I will see on my Google form that it is correct. I do trust you. That is you. It's just out of principle, so we get it correctly. Thank you. Out of everyone, I don't think you will. Oh, okay, yeah, you can't. Okay, I will have to. You can now, I think. Update it, and you will be able to update the form. I think it's because I closed the entries. Mr. Lit has to edit as well if he is here. If not, I will send out the number 4 later as well. B4A. I don't know how to pronounce this. Bufore. Beautiful day. Very beautiful day. Very nice. Beautiful day. Yeah, it should be open again if you double click. Double click. Double update. Up. I will send it to you in a DM. There. Should be able to. Who is this guy? the Mr. Dane. So now we have number 10. Potentially we have not seen Mr. Lit done anything. Yeah, I see CPFQ has just edited in my form. And yeah. Uja. Thank you, Uja. Shishini. Let's send this out to Javi. Javi. You should keep your eyes up for what Javi is building, and if I'm not mistaken, this one is supposed to go out to you. I wrote that he should have number 4. I think it's number 6. I might have made a mistake there. It's fine. Things happen. Thank you. I'm always confused. You get number 3, and then we have one more, and Mr. Lit has not edited or wrote anything. So we have one left, and this is the number 6. So I will do this. Mr. Lit is lost his chances. And go. Let's see who gets this one. 1PXQ. Thank you. Check what I got some minutes ago. Javi. I should check what Javi got some minutes ago. Now we can check his. Now we can dox him. Look here, he has the March slices, number 12, 29, 30, and number 3. Let's see if he has a lot of Street Fighters here. It's a Street Fighter fan. Let's see. Very good. Actually, Javi is behind this project, Clash Dome. So you have Candy Fiesta, you have Endless Siege. There's 2 games here where you can actually play for Wax, and they are not fully live with everything here, but you can actually go in and you can actually play this game. Yeah. So what you do there is that you pay a little wax sum, and then you flip diamonds, and you have a chance to have awesome time. And more on that to be announced soon, whatever that means. The other one is a tower defense, very fun. Yeah, so thanks everyone for tuning in today. Very exciting project, this Uplift World. Javi that he has showed from Clash Dome is also one of the community builders in there. He has a project going. Right now, the drops that will be going on for the February slices, for anyone that has those, will likely be sent out before end of this week. I have some things that I have to take care of first, but likely before the end of this week. And as I said, the ones that buy now, the slices from March is actually going to get drops in February. So if you look back on what I have done before on the Anyobservation collection, you will Anyobservation collection, you will actually see that it tends to be going from something not as great to something better. So I'm evolving, I'm doing greater, but I have been sending out some cool things in the past. So I hope to find a way to support more of the smaller creators on Wax, a way to help them reach more people, those that can prove that they actually make the art themselves and put in an effort. So if anyone knows someone like that needs help reaching out to more people with whatever they are creating, I am very happy to help them reach out to the community that support everything I do. It doesn't cost them anything. I'm just happy to support them and sharing some NFTs. It will give me value by giving value to the community. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and have a good one. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. World Swedish time, I'm in with Michael Jates from Alien Worlds. So tune in for then as well. Peace.
A Bitcoin bull is all I got left. Sold my clothes, gold no less. Walls are circling, hollow hands. This man's stronger than the average man. I'm not the bubble, I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble, I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble, I'm the pin. I'm not the bubble. I'm not the bubble. Day the markets take another day to restart and refuel this boom.